La 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 la, la la. Oh, oh, oh. La 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 la, la la. La 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 la, la la. Oh, oh, oh. La 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 la, la la. Oh my, my.
Hey guys, it's Sean Krista and it's time to shop around Chicago. Today we are at the studio of Janae Wesby and she'll be teaching me how to correct my brows. Since the age of 12, I have always had problems of brows, over plucking, overarching. So today I need brow rescuing. So everybody meet Janae and she's going to teach us how to do brows.
Hi everyone, I'm Janae Wesby. I'm here with Sean Krista. Thank you so much for coming. I so appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Brows are my love, and today we're going to go step by step in creating the perfect brow for the new year.
Tell me a little bit about your company, Janae.
My company, Changing Faces, was born about 15 years ago out of necessity, me wanting to fulfill my dream and balance my family. So I had to figure out, how can I do that? I just don't want to, do the stay-at-home mom thing. I really want to fulfill my dream of being, a makeup artist and esthetician. But along the way, I've had a lot of brow issues myself. My brows are very thin, very sparse, and I've went to so many different brow studios wanting to get the perfect brow, and they didn't achieve that.
Okay.
So I honed in on this skill myself.
Very cool. Now, is there one tip or trick that can get to the perfect brow, or does it depend on each person?
It depends on each person, but principles are principles. And the first thing you have to know is how to measure the brow appropriately, where it should start and where it should end.
Okay, and where is that? Because I'm clueless.
The first thing you want to do is that you want to measure the brow straight up from the nose. Put a little divot mark there. That is where your brow should start.
Okay.
The second thing is what you want to do is place your brush on the tip of the nose, and that's where the arch should be. And lastly, your brow should not extend beyond the eye.
Okay, because when I was 14, it was crazy. It was way over here
Yes.
at the tip. Yeah,
Yes,
it was
should
not.
never ever
It was not
extend
right.
beyond your eye.
Okay, I'm
Never
glad.
ever extend beyond that.
I'm glad. So we're basing it basically off of the eye shape. So say, I believe I have an almond shaped eye.
Yes.
So we would do those same 3 basic principles for that.
Yes, we would. And also, we want to make the brow as natural as possible. Still following the natural hairline is important.
Okay. Now, everybody is concerned about their brows now. Angelina Jolie has the absolute perfect brow. Camilla Bell, she has a beautiful brow. Do you suggest that we bring pictures of the brow that we want, or just base it off of what we need ourselves?
Well, you know what? A lot of people, they get their inspiration from pictures. I say it's okay, but you have to know that each person is individually unique. So your brow may not come out looking exactly the way this
Like
person's brow.
Angelina.
Like Angelina Jolie. Her brows are full and luscious.
Uh-huh.
So you may not be able to achieve that, but you can with, pencil, powder, and other things. But just know that it won't come out exact.
Okay. Now, what are some brow trends? Are there any brow trends, like pencils, powders? Like, what is happening in Browland?
I think right now Browland is just open. I like to call it brow rehab for my clients. And I bring them in and I talk to them about what's easiest for them to use. Whether it be, are you better using powder? Are you better using pencil? I per se like to use them all because each product does something different. Brow pencils define the shape, brow powders fill in, and brow gels set. But you can always deviate from that plan given how much hair you have yourself on your brows.
Okay, now is there a certain brand that you like to use? Because everybody knows about Anastasia that you can get at Sephora, but I feel like there are tons of different things and we get lost in the...
Well, I will say this about Anastasia brows is that the stencil is amazing. I love the stencil.
Should I just put a stencil on my face and just color in, fill in the line?
You can. That's one option. If you're a person that struggles with drawing, I think the stencil is the way to go. But if you're pretty much a beauty-nista and you can use a pencil, I think for more darker hues of women, the number 2 in YSL is wonderful. It's not super dark, but it has a warm, rich chestnut feel, and that's the one I use on my brows.
Okay, I've been hearing a lot about brow gel. What is a brow gel?
So a brow gel is like a hairspray for the brows, pretty much. That's the analogy I like to use. It just keeps it still. It keeps it steady. So some brow gels are clear, and that's for people that have more fuller brows. Colored brow gels are for people that have a nice amount of hair, but a little sparsiness to it. I like to use brow gels for a couple different things. Not only to set, but to add streaks in the brows to give it a more natural feel, so you can mix 2 colors together. I like to play around with the gels.
Okay. Now, since I've overplucked and I've over-tweezed and for years and years and years, I believe I have sparse brows now.
Yes.
So I wanted to do something like, I'm crazy about Queen Latifah's brows, but I think her brows are a little bit lighter than mine. What do you suggest? Should I go darker? Should I go hazily? Like, what?
What we can do is what I would like to do to your brows, Sean, is I would like to tint them first with a warm color, something like a rich brown, but then we can fill them in with a powder that has a little bit of red tint to it. It's not going to read red on you, but it'll just give a nice warmness. Once we grow your brows out a little bit more, then we can lighten them, because if we lighten them now, they will really look very faint, you know, on your face. So I think that warming them up right now would be the best bet.
Okay, now how do we teach each other how to put the tweezers down? How do we do that? It's hard. I almost plucked last night.
I feel like that tweezing is like a disease. Over tweezing is a disease. I have so many clients that'll see one hair and just go crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that one little hair that you pick out is the hair that you may need. So I say throw the tweezers away and see a professional.
I'm in your hands.
See a professional. See a professional. I mean, because tweezing, tweezing will change your life in the most negative way. Okay. It's like, okay, is she happy? Is she sad? What's going on? Because she has no brows right now. She can't even make it a facial expression. That's true. So I just think that that's true. Keep it in the hands of a professional.
Perfect. Now, since I am in the hands of a professional, how do I get in contact with you? How do I get my
Well,
clients?
you can go to my website. It's www.changingfacesglobal.com, or you can email us at info@changingfacesglobal.com.
Okay, perfect. Now we see how sparse my brows are. Janae is going to get me right. I'm going to brow rehab, and I'll show you the after effect. Now my brows are absolutely perfect. Thank you so much, Janae.
Thank you for coming, Sean. I really appreciated you coming here today.
I have survived brow rehab. I am looking forward to a life full of luscious Angelina Jolie brows. So definitely check Janae out on www.changingfaces.com. Make certain to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram, and also visit the website at www.shoparoundchicago.com. Thanks so much for your time. Ciao for now. Bye.
Bye.